Imagine you're about to hit the create campaign button on the new sponsored product campaign, but you're still using the exact same settings and strategies from 2024. If that's you, you are leaving performance and potentially money on the table. Amazon has completely overhauled the Amazon advertising console in the last 16 months. For sponsored product, they've introduced new features such as rule-based target bidding, audience bid adjustment tab, and the one that I'm most excited about is the sponsored product videos. In this video, I will show you how to create an Amazon sponsored product campaign in 2026 from scratch, walking you through every single new setting step by step so you could lower your ACoS, improve your Amazon PPC efficiency, and dominate your niche. So stay tuned. I'm Rick Wong, an Amazon seller and founder of SellerMetrics, an Amazon marketing agency. And if you're interested in content such as this one, where we deep dive on the latest Amazon FBA news, tips, and hacks, I invite you to subscribe. Amazon have made significant changes to sponsored product campaign creation flow in the last 16 months. They've created a set of new features and settings. Most sellers are completely ignoring them. In this video, I will walk through them. As I mentioned, these are the rule-based bidding, the scheduled bid rules, aka day parting, and also the new audience tab, and also the SBV. So let's dive right in. This is more of a walkthrough. So you're gonna go to create a campaign, and you will click on sponsored products. So again, this video is just on sponsored products, and I will probably do one for sponsored brands and almost sponsored display and also streaming TV. So if you actually want to see more of that, how to create those campaigns, subscribe, and I will release new content about those. So you will create campaign for sponsored products. Let's go all the way to the bottom. I just want to make sure good fundamentals is being done. So what I would normally do for any type of campaign is make sure I have a really good campaign name for it. So normally I would do the product name, the ASIN of the product that I'm advertising for, the ad type. So in this case, it would be SB. So if it's a sponsored brand, I would do SB. And then I would say what type of targeting I set for this campaign. If I'm doing a manual, then it would be either keywords or product. For auto, I just auto there. So if it's an auto, I would do this. If it's a keyword, I would just KW, and then you'll set a budget. That is a good campaign setup hygiene, right? The first thing is the campaign name. So this is a bit of a rehash for the budget campaign. Be very careful here. Amazon nowadays use predictive budget pacing, which means that the algorithm could spend over 25% higher than your daily budget if they detect that your campaign has a high purchasing intent, right? So you set it to 100. If Amazon deem it worthy, they'll ramp it up to 25% above that. So that would be 125. So in this case, I would do if I'm targeting 100, I would put 75 to be a bit conservative. Okay, so let's go back up. So the first setting is sites. So let's just talk about for a minute. You will see two options here, Amazon and beyond. So that would mean that this particular options, when you set it up, your ads will run on the Amazon retail site. So that would be Amazon.com. You're selling on Amazon.com. Amazon business. So that would be the Amazon business side of the website, and as well as the selected websites off of Amazon. So I think that would be the herbs.iherbs.com, the different non-Amazon.com type of assets that Amazon actually own. And the other option is Amazon business. So that would be the Amazon business only. That means that if you set the setting, this campaign will only be initiated on the B2B version of the Amazon site. So why does this matter, right? So if you select this, that means that you're really going after managers, procurement teams, business buyers that often purchase in bulk and potentially have a higher average order value. These buyers are less price sensitive than retail customers. And if you sell products that has a naturally good B2B use case, such as office supplies, industrial equipment, and lab equipment, then I think this is very natural to select this. But if you're not, there's ways to actually figure out whether you have a significant amount of B2B customers. So how you do this is actually you're gonna go to your Seller Central, go to your business report, and then you're going to go to sales and traffic. So what you're going to look for the orders B2B. So if your orders B2B is around 10% of your overall sales, so I think this is maybe a bit, bit under. So anything that is around 10%, I think it's worth doing. So if you see your B2B sales to be around 10% of your overall sales, I would definitely click this campaign setup and create a campaign just for the Amazon business. But in this case, let's just click on this. Okay, so the next new settings, we are going back all the way down again, and that would be under your bid adjustments right here. As we know, the placement adjustments In the placement section, you can raise your bids to increase likelihood to have your advertising place in specific placements on the search result. So that would be top of search, rest of search, and also product pages. This is definitely not new, so I'm not going to go too long on this particular setting, but the new features would be this tab right here under the audience. So Amazon quietly launched this feature a few months ago, the audience tab. It layers on particular audience that you can increase your bids for. So for example, here you could potentially increase your placement percentage or your bid percentage on high interest based on shopping. So basically based on shopping intent. So this would almost be like a retargeting. And that obviously makes sense. Maybe you want to add 30%, 40% higher, right, in terms of your bid to get in front of the customer that has already engaged your product. This feature was previously available only for your sponsored display and also Amazon DSP. Now it's also like available for sponsored product as well. Another thing of note is that the different placement you set on these two tabs, for example, like 30% and then the audience interest like 50%, it multiplies, right? So you got to be very careful when you do this. It's not either or. So if you set two bids adjustment, so that would be the placement adjustments and also the audience adjustment, it multiplies, right? So let's just say you do like 100% here, 100% on top of search, it could go up to like 200% of your base bid. And if you actually do up down, so that could potentially be like 400%. So be careful when you do these settings. I would normally I would just do, when I launch a new campaign, I would do like a fixed bid and then maybe like a top of search, like, you know, only 20% and interest-based targeting, maybe 20%. So I would try my best to like be a little bit reasonable, conservative when I do these settings. That is like the new features when you create a new campaign. Now, the next 3 new features for sponsored product is only available once you have already have created the sponsored product campaign. Because of that, it doesn't show up in the campaign setup. So these settings are actually quite overlooked. Okay, so I'm going to go to my existing campaign, one of the existing sponsored product campaign I have already created. So what I'm going to do is go to campaign settings. Okay, so one of the new ones that I feel like a lot of people haven't really talked about would be this one right here, rule-based settings. So the rule-based settings basically allows Amazon to adjust your bid while aiming for a certain target ROAS. So if your campaign has enough data, made enough sales, it'll give you like a target ROAS that they could reasonably achieve. This is like, I would think like a pretty big Amazon addition in the last 16 months. Again, you'll set like a target ROAS and Amazon automatically adjusts your bids to hit your target. Why I like this setting is that you can get away with a potentially very low base bid, but it allows Amazon and their algorithm to search for the most efficient bid for your ROAS target. This means that I don't have to constantly worry too much about bid optimization or if my bids are too optimized. This allows me to like kind of have a forget mindset on more of the mature campaigns. And for example, if I don't like the campaign performance, all I have to do is just, you know, increase the ROAS target. Okay, now the next new feature, that would be schedule bid rules. So going down here, to the other bidding strategies, there is an area where with schedule rules. The schedule rules allows you to basically set automatically bid increases for a specific time of the days. So you have to go to show rules and then you go to add a schedule rule. You could tell it to, for example, like, you know, your product sells well after people come home from work. So what you can set is that choose a particular time of the day, say after 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., it would increase all your bid by 30%. So that can be like after office rule. And then you add, and that means your percentage increase at a particular day and time. And additionally, sometimes in high traffic events like Black Friday or Prime Day, you'll get a particular settings like hours a day. For example, it'll add additional options saying Black Friday, you can increase for that particular portion date range. And that means that your bid increase for these specific high traffic events, as mentioned, like Prime Day and Black Friday. Another thing of note, I think I just talked about the rule-based bidding and also the schedule-based bidding. These are not compatible, so this is either or. If you are using a rule-based bidding, it is assumed that Amazon will be able to like upbid and downbid your base bid based on the high traffic events, and also based on particular time of the day that they see more traffic. So this settings only works for the non rule based bidding strategy. Okay, and the last and not least, the new features that I am like the most excited about, there's a major update, is the sponsored product video. This particular setup, you actually have to go to the actual existing campaign, go into like ad group, and then you go to ads, and then you would go to under the video tab. This is how you actually set up a sponsored product video. You can now upload up to 5 feature videos into your sponsored product videos. In minimum, you have to actually upload 3. When a shopper searches for your keyword, they will see your video autoplay like this in the search results, along with 3 interactive thumbnails that you see here that highlights the product specific features. And just based on Amazon's own data, by doing the sponsored product video, it increased the CTR by like 9% and allows like your customer to stay on your product tile 8 times longer, right? By watching like this video. So again, don't sleep on this. I think nowadays, especially with AI, you could definitely easily crop your large videos into like 3 parts. So I think the implementation of this is very reasonable to do. To set this up, you're gonna go to your particular ASIN. Again, go to the tab, add the videos, and then you're gonna upload the individual's video, and then need to upload at least 1 video, and then click submit. So I would definitely do at least like 3 videos. I mean, if you just do 1 big video, then it's no different than the sponsored brand video. So leverage the ability to like do 3 individual videos, and it will look in the search results, it would look like this. So that's how you create the sponsored product campaign in 2026. To recap, use rule-based bidding once you have enough data, only dynamic and also fixed when you're starting out. Use scheduled bid rules to increase your bid during peak conversion hours. Take advantage of the new audience bid adjustments tab to layer on shoppers intelligence on top of your keyword targeting. Choose your sites settings deliberately on whether your product has a B2B use case, and upload sponsored product video assets to every single of your sponsored product campaign for CTR performance uplift. If you want to save time and automate your bid management budget and also your search term harvesting, check out SellerMetrics. Our Amazon PPC software allows you to automate all that. Sign up now for a 30-day trial in the link below. And lastly, if you're an Amazon seller and you want to grow your business, schedule a discovery call with me on the link below. We are an Amazon marketing agency that helps our clients grow their business profitably. Until the next video, happy selling.